Get that one piece. I'm sorry. It was driving me crazy the whole time. No, you have one from the back pushed to the front.
Oh, for real.
Brian, you see that one?
One that's sticking up on us, that little baby one. You cut that shit off.
That's why I ain't going nowhere though.
No,
tuck it under.
I was about to say you can tuck it.
Yeah, tuck it under. Because it was like this the whole video.
And that's everything in this video. I told
Brian touching it like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
There you go, Bryce. It's tucked down. But it was like this the whole video.
And yeah, it is other one. It was like that. Remember I told you?
You good, man.
Alright, cool. Hey, what's up, family? I know y'all miss me because I definitely miss y'all. And we got a great video. We got a great guest. We got a special person. And that's my main man, my favorite cousin, my partner in crime. And my man is a great YouTuber. If you out here and you don't like how your body look, you just want to get a little bit healthier, he got a health channel that do his fitness and he on a journey, and I promise y'all he is gonna get there. So y'all should go check him out. Check him out at Going Big. Link down below. Make sure y'all check out the video and go to sleep to his videos too. Go to sleep to mine if you're not watching his, and put it in the loop. So today is about a very important topic that I feel like my high achievers need to hear sometimes, you know. We give ourselves a hard time sometimes where stuff get rough and we always want everything to be perfect, but that's just not how life is. So we gonna be talking about in this video when stuff goes wrong. We're going to be breaking down some tips for you to get out your rut and get back to your regular routine and act like nothing ever happened and come back even harder. Before we give you these good tips, we're going to break down the two differences between the types of distractions and when stuff goes wrong. So first, we're going to start with the happiness side of it. So these are distractions that come from maybe you spending time with your family, like going out to eat, or maybe you just spending time with the friends, cooling with the guys, and you just relax, you know, you give yourself a mental break. And that's something we all have to learn to do, because I really know I have a tendency of trying to overwork myself. But I don't feel like it's overworking sometimes just because I love doing what I do. But you do need to always step back and get that new fresh view.
Right.
And the other side of the coin would be the just pure distraction side. A lot of times we waste so much time and we have a lot of opportunities to get done what we were supposed to do, but we just throw it away because we don't have the ability to see the present moment and realize that we could get these things done right now. And that's what I've been going through this week personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. And I've been going through a little bit of both. Now that you put it like that, because my happiness is turning into a distraction. It's like they play off each other. I'm so happy that what I'm doing with the family, Easter, all that I'm distracted. I'm not working out. I'm not reading. I'm not knocking down my to-do list for the day. So it kind of plays into each other.
So these gonna be some tips for you to get past that happiness and that pure regular ignorance distraction, and you gonna get both of them out the way so you could get done what you gotta do while having fun.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
So we're gonna have our guest starting this topic off, and we gotta bring them out with the right hitter. So what you got? What you got?
First thing I'm gonna talk about is not crying over spilled milk. Pretty much, don't stress it. For a prime example of that, personally, me, like I said, we had Easter. You know what I'm saying? We with the family. We got a lot going on. You missing stuff. Set stuff on your to-do list is not getting done. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to get into stressing it, because you're stressing it, you're going to put your anxiety levels, your stress levels, everything going up, and those things can prevent you from doing those. It could be another distraction, just stressing itself, preventing you to do what you're supposed to do initially. So I think by channeling that stress, understanding, like we said, it's spoiled milk, you keep it going, you make up. It's always another day. The next day you can get better. Or in that next time frame, you can figure out like how, you know what I'm saying, different way of going about it. But stressing should be your last resort, because it's going to eat up at you.
Definitely. And I feel like this is a way for you to realize the bigger picture while at the same time trying your best every day. So when you get into a rut and you had those, but let's say week that you don't get everything done, you just got to remember that you got an end goal that is so far away that this week won't matter to you a week from now. So you don't need to stress over it and get yourself overwhelmed. So you create that anxiety, like you said, that's really going to stop you from trying to take that next step next time, because you in your head thinking about, oh, is this going to set me back? Am I going to be able to finish this? Instead of just doing it and figuring it out as you go. So second tip we got for you is reflection, and this one is so important. Okay, you need to be able to go back and look at all the things you did, and you have to have a ability to understand, why did I make these decisions, where did I go wrong at, where did I miss that step that would have put me on the right path to get what I had to do done. So the important tip for you to really make this the most effective is for you to really be honest with yourself. You can't beat around the bush, and you can't not be realistic with yourself, because at the end of the day, you can't lie to yourself. Like, you can only be 100% true no matter how many times you tell yourself that you tried, you really did your best, but you know you didn't at the end of the day. So looking back, you have to be able to assess what adjustments you can make for you to take that next step and you not have this hiccup the next time. And you need to be able to push through it and make sure you keep your mind right.
Like, for example, like, you got a holiday, you know you're gonna eat. You know you're gonna eat. So if you're doing, like, for us, we doing fitness, there's no point in telling yourself, like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna eat that potato salad, or I'm not gonna eat this, or I'm going to eat celery this whole weekend, or I'm not gonna drink a soda. Now you gotta be real. Like, so if you see in your reflection that you weren't real with yourself, then be real with yourself, because that's gonna pay off in the end. You can't lie to yourself, like you said. You lie to yourself, you're gonna dig yourself in a deeper hole. So reflect positively, but reflect honestly at the same time. Third tip, accountability. They all these tips that we giving, they play into each other. So, like, you can follow these steps accordingly, and you'll see how each step plays a role in the final, put together of your, what I'm saying, your tips for real. So, accountability, yes, this is huge, because, like he said earlier, you can't lie to yourself. So you have to be accountable for your actions, for the things that you did. So, like, if you know that you ate heavy, you got to know that, okay, holiday is my weakness. Like, being in the holiday is my weakness, so I got to prep for that. So what do I do next time while I'm being accountable? I look ahead, I'm working out, I'm prepping for this, I'm going harder the week before, or I plan to go harder the week after. So it's like, you're not telling yourself, lying to yourself, saying like, oh yeah, I didn't do this, I did do that, and it's proof that you didn't. But you, like you said, that goes into your reflection too, because it's like, if you gotta hold yourself accountable. Long story short, we all know what accountability means. It's being truthful to yourself, and
not to cut you off, but this week I had to take care of some business that's had to do with buying somebody something, and I had to go to the gym at the same time. And knowing that I had to do these things, in my mind I said, okay, I'm gonna come home, eat, and realized that by the time I got home I was tired and I didn't want to do it, so I ended up procrastinating and I didn't get anything done. Like, I went to the gym late, so I slept late, and then the next day I couldn't wake up and execute the way I wanted to. So you really got to be honest and say, who fault was it? Okay, you had to do that thing, but was there something you could have did in between for you to get it done instead of you BSing? But our fourth tip to get you out of your rut and get you back like you never left, but just for you to start doing small stuff, okay? It's about breaking that barrier, because once you get into a rhythm of starting things and moving in the right direction, it starts to become hard for you to not do it, the same as if it was when you start doing the wrong thing. So just the execution of writing a to-do list during the day, and you trying to get at least just one of those topics off, and when you break that down into small steps, you're going to start gaining your confidence back, and you're going to start believing in yourself and the fact of knowing that you can execute on what you say you're going to do. Just by starting small and giving us these little tasks, we could break that cycle aligned to ourselves, and we could get into comfortability with standing on our word.
Right. Say you have, in the first week, say you wrote a to-do list of your number one, right? if you write that down, you could check it off physically. So you're gonna look at it, check it off, and that's a piece of getting back because that's gonna ignite your whole week. Like, okay, I got this one goal down. Okay, next I can do the next thing. I did one.
Positivity snowball.
Positivity snowball. You do one turn to 2, 2 turn to 5, 5 turn to 12. Now you back in motion. Now it's like, okay, it's like I never left. Now you feeling yourself. You in the gym, you reading, you knocking your stuff out, you going to work, you just feeling it, and now you on fire. And it's hard to come down from a hot streak. It's harder to build a hot streak than it is to come down. So, man, keep that in mind as well.
If you don't get nothing from out of what we just said, make sure you have just a simple bounce back plan. You need to put things in place for when this happens, just because it simply will always happen. Now, how often, I can't tell you, but life happens whether we want it to or not.
Straight up and down.
We have to control everything that's in our control before we complain about our circumstances and go outer.
Yeah, so make that plan. Like we said, bounce back. Make that plan, make them tidies, make that to-do list. Get to it. It's okay.
Build that momentum.
It's okay.
So last but not least, and this is the most important one, you need to learn your lesson, okay? You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You can't keep letting yourself fall victim to these circumstances when you know sometimes they're coming in advance and you don't plan for them. You have to literally be prepared for the circumstances that you know is going to come eventually.
Yeah, you gotta grow. You gotta grow. You can't. Everything plays a role. All the tips we gave, from accountability to having a backup plan, to everything plays a role. But it's a lesson learned at the end of the day. You gotta realize it, be accountable. You gotta reflect. You gotta have a plan. It's all a lesson.
With that being said, we're gonna give y'all a summary on these top 5. And number 1, not stressing over spilled milk and not worrying about things too much. Number 2, being able to reflect and look at things from an objective standpoint and realize where you went wrong and where you can fix that. Number 3, having accountability and just the ability to be honest with yourself and really say, is this my fault or was there anything I could do to fix this situation? 4, starting small just to get back in a rhythm for you to bounce back and get back into your regular routine. And number 5, make sure you learn your lesson. Alright, so if you've been watching the video so far, just know I really appreciate you and I love making this content so I can make your life better right with mine, and we gonna continue to get it in. And you gotta make sure you check my man video out, make sure you subscribe, go on Bigg, he gonna get you right, I'm telling you.
I appreciate you for having me on here too, man, because he definitely like, subscribe, comment, flood his page, because he be giving a lot of good content. On top of that, personally, talking to him almost every single day, he doing what he talking about.
I'm gonna get your mind right, you gonna get your body right. I'm telling you, it's a dynamic duo. We gonna get it together.
You hear me?
Alright, I'm gonna catch y'all next week. We gonna have some great information and keep getting better one day at a time.